I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. Now, I love toys. I like buying them. I like collecting them. And obviously, I love telling you my opinions on them here over on YouTube. Now, for as much as I'd like the whole toy collecting scene, it's actually only a secondary hobby to myself, with my main and first love always belonging to video games. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, for the past month, basically March 2013, I have been very sparse in terms of new content that's gone up. I believe I've had 2 Figma reviews, and that's really it. The reasoning for this is simple. March is one of the months in the year where I just get into a video game frenzy, and all I do is play video games nonstop. Why March? Well, March, along with the October/November holiday fall rush, is basically the times in the year when all the best video games tend to release, or at least the ones that I'm mostly interested in. Now, March is also my birthday month, and my birthday was on the 20th, and for it, I decided to get myself a blue 3DS XL. It's blue, metallic, and black too, and it's kind of shiny, and I think it's kind of pretty. The reason I picked this up is because there's one game in particular that I really wanted to get into, and that is this, Fire Emblem Awakening, and it is probably my favorite of all the Nintendo franchises. Now, I've loved Fire Emblem since the original Game Boy Advance days, and I've even tried to play the Famicom and Super Famicom ones with translated scripts that I found online. Now, the logical assumption would be that I've been spending all of this month playing Fire Emblem. But no, I haven't, because this is actually a sealed copy. It still has the plastic shrink around it. Why is that? Because at the same time I bought this, I also got Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. And this has been such a time eater, and it is such an addictive game. I have not been able to put it down. If you listen to my podcast, episode 119, I believe it's the most recent podcast put up just before this video. This is the main review that me and my friends decided to center around, and apart from just gushing opinions of it, I said that I was 70 hours into it after a week of owning it. It is March the 31st today, and I'm at 106 hours, and I do not foresee myself slowing down anytime soon. So this is basically a video to tell you guys, go out and get Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, because I think it's an awesome game. Especially if you've never heard of the series or played it. The one thing I will say is that if you are going to get it, try and convince a friend to go with you, because this game only gets exponentially more enjoyable when you are playing with a group, and I play with 3 other dudes, sometimes 5, and we all get around and hunt giant monsters together, and it's super fun. And if you want to hear more opinions on this game, make sure to listen to that part of the podcast, episode 119. But, this also posed a problem, this game, in that not only did it cut away time from getting more content here on YouTube, it also took time away from playing other games. I also am a huge fan of the Tomb Raider franchise, and even though this game is technically not that long, it took me forever to beat it because I was so hooked on this. And I have a feeling that this is also going to happen with BioShock Infinite. I didn't even know why I bothered starting this, because I don't think I'm going to get around to finishing it until I'm completely done with Monster Hunter. But yeah, that's basically my explanation as to why I have been kind of MIA here on YouTube. But hopefully I will change that soon. Now, as for what's upcoming on this channel, well, I said that I've been playing Tomb Raider, and the reason I've been playing Tomb Raider is because, my friends know that I'm a big Tomb Raider fan, and so for my birthday they decided to get me this, the Tomb Raider's Collector's Edition, and it is probably one of the most thoughtful gifts I've gotten, because apart from being a video game, it also comes with a figure. So a toy and a video game. I mean, what could, I guess, my friends really know me, right? It is the Play Arts Kai Lara Croft, and yeah, she's the next review that's coming up. Um, Hopefully, you guys are excited for this one. I think she's pretty cool. She's my first Play Arts Kai figure, and I have complaints, but definitely a neat figure. Yeah, and then after this, like I think got a trio of Figma reviews, maybe a robot review, and then I believe I'm coming up on my 100th review. Don't really have anything in the works for it yet. Don't know if I'm doing something special, but if I do, well, you guys will find out when I get there. But that's really it in terms of what's upcoming and where I've been and what's going on. And there's your short little explanation as to why I've been a little offline, we'll say. But before I go, I do have a couple questions for you guys, and the first one is, what do you guys feel about this figure? This is the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager Optimus Prime. Wow, that was a long title. Holy, did not realize that. Off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't plan to review this figure. But if you guys want a review from me, then let me know, and maybe and then I'll probably put one out. It's just that there's just so much awesome review about this figure already out there, even just here on YouTube, and I feel like everything I have to say about it has already been stated, and I don't feel like there's much else I can add to the conversation with it. I will say I think he's a completely mediocre toy, whom I absolutely love solely because his aesthetics remind me of 90s era super robots, i.e. the Braves. But yeah, that's really it. Secondly, what do you guys, or how do you guys feel about me having guest narrators in my review? My most recent review, I believe, Figma Black Lotus, one of my close friends actually asked me about this whole YouTube review thing, and she wanted to, I guess, see what it was like, and I offered her, do you want to do this narration for me? And she said yes, and she had fun. And I thought it was really cool, because, when I put the video up, she got really excited, and she thought it was neat. But how do you guys feel about that? Like, do you really mind if my thoughts are not necessarily coming from my mouth? Because, I mean, if that sounds weird, I just mean that when it comes to these toy reviews, I basically buy a toy, like this one right here, and I write a couple of thoughts or a script about it, and then I essentially just record the audio and then put the video in afterwards. This does mean that it never essentially has to be me narrating. So, would you guys like it if I had other people do the narration, or would you prefer to hear my own thoughts out of my own mouth? Talking about it with some of my friends, it got to the point where, what if a viewer such as yourself could eventually be the one guest reviewing a toy on this channel? I mean, would that be something interesting for you guys, or would you just prefer it always being me all the time, all day, every day? But yeah, that's really all I had to say in this video. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to give you more regulated content in the month of April, and not this this barren wasteland that was March. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.